Hi everyone, we'll start within a few minutes. If you're ready, you can start in a child's pose today. So you can come onto your mats. You can have your your knees apart and then just lean forward. Perfect. I'll start the music. Let me know if it's too loud or not loud enough. Perfect. Let's get started. For today's class, you also need a strap, or again, you can use any sort of thing that you can hook around your foot and pull down, nothing that has a grip. So a scarf, or if you have a tie nearby. Or you also need a block or a big book. Again, none of this is needed, but it's always good to have it. So we'll start today in a child's pose, as I just did before. So we can have our knees open, or you can keep them together, your choice. And you're gonna keep your hips on your heels. If it's not comfortable for you, you can always use a block or a pillow and have that in between your hips and your heels. And then you slowly lean forward. Your hands can be stretched out in front of you and relaxed, or you can have them behind you, whatever feels better. We're gonna start here just going into our breath. So staying in a child's pose, relaxing as much as you can. And we're gonna breathe into our belly. So with every inhale, you feel the belly pushing into your thighs. And every exhale, feel the belly creating some space. Maybe your body sinks in more into the mat. Just concentrating on that breath, maybe counting as you go. So your mind is on your breath. And we'll take another nice 8 long breath in here, trying to set it up. So when we move, we can keep with that nice long, relaxed breath. Your forehead is on the floor. Again, if it's uncomfortable, you can always use your fists, or you can use your block. So try to be as comfortable as you can and breathe. We'll take another last really deep breath, maybe the deepest breath that you can. And if your hands are behind you, I would like you to stretch them forward. So now we are all reaching with our fingertips forward as far as we can. Reach as far as you can. Hold in here for another breath. Now we're trying to stretch into our sides. And on your next exhale, I want you to slowly walk yourself to the left. And again, you want to try to reach through your right hand, further feeling the stretch on your side. So this is not a relaxing and where you're trying to reach. Fingertips are as far as you can get them from your body. Last 2 breaths. The head is relaxed. And on your inhale, come back to the center. Walk your hand to the center. Exhale to the left or to the right. And again, you want to reach with those left fingertips even further. See if you can. But again, you don't want to be pulling any muscles. Feel nice and relaxed. Yet gently stretching here. Last breath. And on your next exhale, come back to the center. And then gently pushing yourselves up onto your heels. I'll give you a few options here. You can always curl your toes under so we stretch to the bottom of our feet, or you can keep your toes down on the ground. And if this is not comfortable sitting, you can sit cross-legged. So I'm going to come up into my table, my toes. If you are sitting up on your toes, I want you to try to keep the heels together as much as you can and really push those toes under, feeling the nice stretch. We'll start with warming up our shoulders a little bit here. So it's going to be a special move today. So we're going to bring our palms up towards the ceiling, little pinkies touching. You're going to bring the palms towards our face, and you're going to come over towards your forehead and behind your head, keeping the palms down towards your face. Once you reach behind your back, behind your head, the fingers are down, the top of the palms together. You're going to flip the fingers up towards the ceiling, keeping the back of your hands together, and reach up. And then slowly finish a circle back down. A little bit closer so you can see me. And we go again. Facing, your palms are facing your face. You go as far as you can take it behind your head. Now the fingers come down towards the floor. You flip them up and finish a nice circle. We'll go one more time. Like washing our face as far as you can, keeping the elbows together. Once you reach the back of your head, fingers down, top of your hands together, flip and reach up. Let's do it one more time. Smooth movement. So keeping the elbows together as far as you can. Wash that face, wash your hair, hands together, top of your hands together, fingers down, flip them up, and then you finish. Let's see if we can reverse that move. So same move, but the other direction. So your hands will come up. We will flip so the top of your hands are touching. And then you're going to push the fingers down towards the floor and get your head down. And then bring elbows together. And bring the hands in front. A little bit of a brain work. Let's go again. So reversing the move. Lift them down, get them down, and forward one more time. Alright, nice. Relax, you can use the shoulders, roll them around, and then come into a tabletop. So push yourselves forward. I would like you to actually have your, if you have your straps, so have them nearby. So you can always grab them for the next move. So from here, we're gonna bring the right leg forward, keeping the knee bent. And I want you to cross it over your left knee. You're still in the tabletop, so we're crossing the legs, like so. Once you're ready, you try to make your feet slightly apart, and then push yourself back until your sit bones are on the floor. If this is not comfortable or if it's too painful, I want you to sit cross-legged. So you have the option of just sitting cross-legged. And always add a block or pillow underneath your hips. So here, we're gonna come. You have your strap nearby. We're gonna inhale, both arms come up. And this time your right hand is gonna come behind your back, left hand goes back. We bend both elbows and we're trying to reach for the fingers. So we're trying to get those hands touching behind our back. If that's not available to you, you can grab that strap in your right hand, bring it behind your back, and then use the strap to pull or walk your hands up or down behind your back. You're gonna sit here for 4 breaths. So sitting nice and tall, both hips are on the floor, and you're trying to keep a nice straight back here. Walking those hands, maybe your fingers a little bit higher behind your back so you can hold on to them. Nice, long, relaxed breath. And then slowly releasing the strap behind your back. Put your hands, bring everything together. Maybe move your hands a little and then push yourself forward into that tabletop again. And unravel the legs. So we go the other way this time. Left leg comes forward. You cross on the right. Spread your feet and then push yourself back into that seated position. Again, if you know you need a strap, feel free to have it nearby. And once again, you're going to bring both arms come up. So nice long spine. Your right hand comes behind your back. And left hand bends. And you go behind your back, trying to reach for your fingers. When you use that strap. You'll stay here for 4 more breaths. Holding on to the strap behind your back. Nice straight spine. Keep that breath going. Really. Last breath. And then slowly releasing the hands. And before we come back into a tabletop, I want us to open the feet as wide as you can. And if you're sitting cross-legged, just sit up nice and tall here. I want us to lean forward. So we're feeling the stretch throughout the side of our legs. So leaning forward into that stretch. Let's take 2 more breaths. Keeping both hips on the floor, so both sits bones should be on the floor. And then slowly straightening out. You're gonna push yourselves forward. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So one more time, if you need to move your hips a little bit, do that. And then cross your right leg over again. The left sit back. The legs go a little bit wider. You hold on to your toes. And exhale, lean forward. Both sits bone on the floor. Last 2 breaths. And then slowly exhale, lift yourself up. Push yourself up into a tabletop position. And once you get into a tabletop, you want to make sure that you have nice alignment of your wrists with your shoulders and your hips and your knees. From here, we're going to lift through the right knee. So lifting it up, keeping the knee bent. Do a little back bend, maybe a look up into the sky. And exhale, bring the knee in underneath you, rounding the back. So we're inhaling up into a back bend, exhaling in. One more time. Inhale, look up, exhale in. I want you to go one more time into that back bend, bringing that knee as high as you can, look up. And you can stay here and hold, or you have options of using the opposite hand. So this time the right hand lead, and then you're going to come, twist, grab the top of your foot. And once you have that, you can push that foot into your hand and get a little bit deeper into that back bend. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. So you can stay here or you can just reach the hand forward, whichever one works better for you. And then slowly releasing and lowering down to the floor. Sit back in a child's pose. We'll take 2 breaths in here, relaxing into our lower backs. And slowly coming back into the tabletop. This time we're going to move the right leg. I want you to inhale, lift the knee up. Do a little run back bend, look up. As you exhale, bring the knee in underneath you and round the back. You can try moving according to your breath. So matching the movement to the length of your breath. One more time. And this time you're going to keep the leg up in that back bend. If you would like, you can just stay here in the back bend. You can reach the left hand forward and stay here. Or you can start reaching for your right foot, top of your foot, and you push your foot into your hand, looking up into more of a back bend. Breathe. You have all the other options. Last breath. And slowly releasing, reaching the hand forward, coming down into a tabletop and back into the child's pose. Let's take 2 breaths in here. Stretching through that lower back. And then slowly coming back into our tabletop. And from here, we're going to come into our first downward dog. I would like you to spread your fingers really wide. And then sit back towards your heels. Curl your toes under. And slide. Pretend like you're sliding the hands forward without actually moving them. So traction them forward, straightening your elbows gently. Then lift your knees in the air. And then slowly straighten the legs. You might want to walk the feet a little bit further back. But don't move your hands. And then you try to push the heel down towards the floor. You're tractioning the fingertips forward. Nice straight backs. Now push both heels down. And then slowly start walking your feet towards your hand. And then relax. Everything relaxes, your head, your jaws. Just let everything hang here for a moment. If you like to add a movement or rocking or swaying side to side, you can do that. Or just hold still. Whatever feels good, relax. Last breath. And I want you to bend into your knees gently and roll yourself up to standing. Let's look back in here. So I would like you to have your block ready, close by, in front of your mat. And then let's get ready. So feet are slightly apart. You're pulling in the belly button, aligning your ribs with your hips. And squeeze your glutes a little. And on an inhale, lifting your arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, fold forward. Nice straight backs. Hinge at your hips. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Or you can straighten the back while tapping the floor. Exhale, lower down, step into the plank. We're gonna inhale here and shift your weight forward or put the knees down and you lower yourself down to the floor. You're gonna inhale into a cobra. Squeezing your glutes. You're gonna hold it here. It's all about back bends today. And as you exhale, lower down. You're gonna lift into a cobra again without our hands this time. So I want you to inhale, lift yourself up. No use hands. If you need to, feel free to do that, but if you don't, just lift and exhale lower. We'll do it 2 more times. Squeezing the glutes, you inhale, lift. Use that lower back. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift, and you're gonna hold it here. Slide your shoulder blades down the way. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your glutes together. Hold it here. Again, you can use your hands if you need to support yourself. Now we're gonna lift the legs. So we're gonna inhale, lift the right leg up. And lower. And left. And lower. And both this time. Inhale. And exhale over. Inhale, lift a little bit higher if you can. And exhale, lower down. We're gonna push ourselves into a child's pose. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. And then once on your next exhale, come into a tabletop. Inhale, curl the toes under. Exhale into a downward dog. Then traction the fingertips forward. Inhale, lifting right leg in the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the foot forward between your hands, straightening the back leg as much as you can. Inhale, lift into a low lunge. You're gonna exhale, bring your hands to a heart and twist. So opposite elbow, opposite knee, twist. We'll hold it here for 2 breaths. Shoulder bend down and away. Squeeze them together. On the next inhale, come back into that high lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Knee comes down, uncurl the toes. You want to have the back knee further. So when you come on up, there's a little bit of a hinging forward. So don't be here. Make sure you're leaning as much as you can forward. You don't want to have the knee too far over your ankle. So maybe you need to move your foot a little bit further forward. You're going to just stay here. If you would like a little bit more intensity, you can always add a little bit of a back bend. And just staying here, making sure you're feeling the stretch in that left hip. Let's take 3 more breaths. Nice long breath. And then slowly bringing your hands down to the floor. That might be a little bit more intense as well. You allow the knee to open. So your right knee can open to the side a little bit. And you're coming down with hands on the floor next to your foot. Now we're gonna curl the toes back under, lifting the knee off the floor if you can. You're gonna twist or pivot the back foot. So now your front heel is aligned with the inner arch of your back foot. And once you get there, you want to windmill your hands up into warrior 2. You're gonna have deep yours up to you, as long as your knee and your ankle are nicely aligned. So don't be in here and don't be in here. See if you can sink down as much as you can. Really feel like someone's pulling your whole body down through the center. Hands are reaching nice and high, looking over your front hand. Make sure your back hand is just as high as the front. Pulling in belly button, tucking the tailbones. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and down and away from your ears. Last breath. And on your next exhale, straightening the front leg up. This is the time when you want to have the block ready, so maybe grab it and place it right next to your foot. So in front of it. So now both legs are nice and straight. We're gonna reach over. So just hinging at the hips, leaning forward like someone's pulling you towards your front wall. And once you can reach no further, you start tilting over. That's why the block can be here. You can use the block, or you can use your legs. The other hand is reaching up, or behind your back, opening through the shoulder. Let's stay here for another 3 breaths. And once again, you want to feel like you're between 2 glasses of wall. Glass walls, that's the right one. Glass walls. So you're nice and flat. Your butt is not sticking up. Your belly is tucked in. And on your next exhale, come back up into the center. Legs are still straight. This time you're gonna go back. So as you exhale, sliding your hand back and reaching over. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Nice, long, easy breath. And on your next exhale, come back through the center. This time you're gonna bend the front leg one more time, as deep as you can, coming into a side angle. So here you can either rest your hand or your forearm onto your thigh. One more time you can reach towards the floor. Block or no block, your choice. Once again, you're reaching the hands up, or you can have them behind your back. And breathe. Tuck in the tailbones. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs by pushing your hips forward. Especially on that right leg. And exhale, come back up into a warrior 2. We're gonna pivot on the back foot forward. Get rid of the block. Place both hands on the floor. And we're gonna step the back foot forward. We're gonna inhale, slide the fingertips towards the knees, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, lower down. And the same thing on the other side. So inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips up. Exhale, lower down. Step into that plank. We can all lower ourselves back down to the floor, either through chaturanga by pushing our weight forward, or knees down towards the floor. And inhale into that cobra. Exhale down. This time we will lift 3 times without the hands if you can. So inhale, lift. Squeeze those glutes. And exhale, lower. 2 more times. Now we're gonna stay up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the shoulders down and away from your body. You're gonna move your legs. So inhale, lifting the left leg up. And lower. And right leg. Last one, just both legs up. And lower down legs. Lower down the body. And put yourself into a child's pose. And then ready, on the next inhale, come into a tabletop. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward dog. This time the left leg lifts. And as you exhale, bring it forward between your hands. On an next inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come to your heart, and you twist. Last breath. Next inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Knee comes down, uncurl the toes. And inhale, lift. Sink the hips forward. You can stay here. You can go into a back bend if you enjoy. A little bit more intensity. Let's go for 3 more breaths. Really push the hips forward, making sure the knee is back and your front knee doesn't come over your front ankle. And then slowly on an exhale, bring the hands next to your foot. Keep leaning forward, opening through the knee a little bit here. Let's take one more nice deep breath in here. And then curling the toes under, lifting through the knee. And we're gonna pivot the foot so the toes are towards the side wall. Your inner arch is aligned with your heel. And as you're ready, windmill your hands into a warrior two. Making sure that you have your block ready. And look at that. Right now we're gonna be nice and strong, warrior two. Looking over your front hand. Your center of your body is pulled down towards the center of your mat. Nice. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And on your next exhale, straightening the leg. That's when you can grab your block and place it in front of your foot. If you need to shorten your stances, feel free to do that as well. Hands come back up, nice long spine. Both legs are straight. You're gonna lean forward, so hinging in your hips sideways. Lean like someone's pulling you. When you can no longer go, you start tilting. That's when you grab your shin. You can get a block. Or if you're flexible enough, you can go to the floor. Making sure that you try to twist through your body, open to the side. Don't push your hand too hard. Straight up towards the ceiling or behind your back. Breathe, feel the stretch. Pushing the hips forward, pulling in the belly button. Last breath. And then slowly, on your exhale, come back into center position. Inhale, nice grow your spine nice and tall. And exhale, lean back. Stretching through the other side. Long body, look up in your arm if you like. Or you can look sideways, whatever works. Last breath. And on your exhale, come back to the center. This time you're gonna bend again into the front leg, coming into that right angle. So again, you don't wanna have the knee further than your ankle, so maybe you might need to push your foot a little bit further forward. And then option having the elbow, your forearm on your thigh and reaching over, or you coming down towards the floor, maybe grabbing onto your block or the floor, whatever works. Really deep stretch if you go to the floor. Choose. And again, you want to look into that arm, reach over, breathe, and you can go behind your back. Feeling the stretch, maybe getting a little bit deeper into it as we hold. Last breath. And I'm going to exhale. Try to use your core to lift yourself back to the center. You're going to pivot the foot forward. Hands come to the floor. And you step the back foot forward. So now we are back to the front of our mats. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten the back, look forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down. So we're going to come into a balancing pose. So I want you to maybe, if you don't like the mat, you can step off your mat into a little bit harder surface. We will do a dancer today. So your option is to not go all the way, just hold it partially. So we'll start with our foot, right foot, trying to ground it into the floor as much as we can. You want to engage the whole standing leg, squeeze the glute. And we're going to gently reach for the left leg. Again, you want to grab your toes or the top of your foot and pull the knee towards you. Heel towards your hips, knee towards the other knee. So this is one way you can stay. And your hands can be in whatever position you like them to be to give you more stability. You want to pull in the belly button. And if you're ready, you can start gently leaning forward, holding onto your foot. Lean forward as far as you can. And once you feel this is the final destination, you can start reaching your hand up. And then you push the foot into your hand again like we did before. In the beginning of the class, push. Let it push into your hand and you hold a dancer pose. You can go as deep as you like, as much of a back bend as you can get. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. And then slowly come back down and releasing the foot. Same thing on the other side. So whenever you're ready, grounding to your left foot this time, trying to grab your right foot, pull it in towards your glute, your heel. And again, you can just stay here and balance, or you can slowly start tilting forward. You can also use strap if you would like. Tilting forward. This one is a strap. Keep tilting forward. Hold it there. And then once you're ready, reaching up and pulling the leg up. You want to push the foot either into the strap or into your hand. 2 more breaths. And then slowly releasing, coming out. Perfect. Let's stay here for a moment in Tadasana. This is your time to get your breath under control again. So nice long inhales, long relaxing exhales. Your both feet are firmly planted in the floor. Try to slide the shoulder blades down and away. 1 more breath. And you're going to inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down into that plank. You're going to lower down towards the floor. And inhale into that cobra. And exhale into a downward dog. You're gonna lift the right leg up here. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the knee towards your chest and weight forward. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, this time the knee's gonna come towards your elbow. So right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to the center, shift the weight forward. Pulling the belly button. And the last one, right knee towards the left elbow, across. And one more time, lift. And then lower the leg down. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So get yourself into a downward dog. Lift your left leg up. On an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the knee underneath you, shift your weight forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, same side, elbow and knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center. Inhale, lift. And opposite. Elbow, opposite knee. And the last time, lift. Lower the leg down. And then come into a child's pose. We'll take 3 breaths. You can stretch your hands forward, or you can bring them behind your body. And then slowly pushing yourself up onto your heels. You can face your mat sideways, or you can stay where you are. We're simply going to come onto our knees. This time our right leg's going to come sideways. And again, you don't want to have your toes ahead of your knee that's on the floor. We're going to push the hips forward, straighten the spine here. Toes are facing forward. We're going to inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, you're going to lean towards your right leg. Inhale, back center. Exhale, and come to the floor. Reach. Inhale, center. This is another time you can use a block. I should have said that. Inhale this way. Your right. Inhale, center. Exhale. Reach. Nice long lines. Last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Coming back to the center. This time you're going to hold it here. You're going to hold it nice and long. So with the block or without the block. Deeper in. Reach. Feel the push the hips forward. Reach. And the next exhale, push yourself up. Use the core, use those obliques to lift you back up. And to the other side. Breathe, hold. And your next exhale, center. Legs come down, knees come in. If you need to come onto your floor and wiggle your hips, feel free to do that. If you're using a block, set it up on the other side. And whenever ready, the left foot reaches out sideways. We always pull in the belly button, trying to keep our ribs above our hips. Toes are on the floor, so is the outer edge of your foot. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, lean sideways. Inhale through the center. Exhale, reach. Inhale back to the center. And exhale, reach. Then look up into your arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. The lower you go, the more stretch you'll feel. The last one, inhale. And exhale. Next time, you're going to hold it. Go through the center. And exhale, reach down. Keep pushing the hips forward to reach the hand. Look up if you like. Last breath. And as you exhale, I want you to use the core. Don't push yourself off. Just use the core to come center. And then go the other direction. Lean, reach, look. And then slowly come back to the center as you exhale. Let's come back in. You sit back. Get all the way into a seated position. And this time you're going to bring the right ankle over the left knee. So if this is very uncomfortable for you, you can have the knee straight and just push it down. If you're okay with bending the left knee and bringing it as close to your body as you can, you lean gently back. Both hands are reaching back. And you try to straighten back. Push the knee away from your body. Sit nice and tall. Feeling the stretch. If this is more comfortable on your back, feel free to do that as well. Or you can do it against the wall, where your one foot is on the wall, and you're just gently pushing the knee away. You have many options. Last breath. And then slowly, without lifting, just allow the knee to fall. Push yourself up a little, and let the foot come to the floor. Sit nice and tall. And on an exhale, you're going to twist. If this is not for you, again, you can just have your foot next to the other foot and do twisting. Or you can sit cross-legged and twist. Any twist that you can do, please do. Breathe. Try to keep your spine nice and long. Don't lean back or forward, sit nice and tall. Last breath. And exhale back to the center. And release. Let's switch the legs. So this time, left knee, left ankle over right knee. You lean back, bring the heel as close as you can. And again, you have the options of being against the wall, being on your back, or not having the knees high. Breathe, sit nice and tall, straighten the back. Push that left knee away from your body. Last breath. And then you slowly allow the foot to come towards the floor. Or you can sit cross-legged and twist. Inhale, both arms come get up. And as you exhale, twist. Hold on to that knee, opposite arm, opposite knee. And you look back. Nice tall spine, straight spine. Last breath. And as you exhale, come back forward. Relaxing the legs. You're going to come down onto the floor. This is the time when you want to have your straps ready. And you're going to lower yourselves all the way to the floor. Nice and comfortable. So you want to have your right foot in the strap. And you're going to hold on to it with both hands. So left leg can be bent, or you can straighten down, whatever feels better. I want you to relax through your shoulders and your hands. So elbows on the floor. And you gently pull that foot towards your face. You can reach through the heel. You can always grab onto your shins or onto your thighs if you don't have a strap. We'll be here for another breath. Pull that leg towards you, reach through the heel up. Feel the stretch. then slowly grabbing the strap with your right hand. Allow the leg to come to the side. You're still reaching through the heel, and you are still using, so you're keeping your both hips on the floor. Don't allow your body to tilt. Keeping both hips on the floor. Lift through the heel, close towards your face. Feeling the stretch on the inner thigh. And last breath. And then slowly come back. And you're going to switch the hands. So now the opposite hand's going to hold onto the strap. Right hand comes to a T. And you're going to just simply slide the foot over across your body without lifting the hip off the floor. So keep the hip on the floor. Just reach your heel and go as far sideways as you can. Feeling stretch on the side of our legs. Try to pull that leg towards your face a little bit more and to the side without lifting the hip. And last breath. I would like you to bend your left leg this time and allow your body to go all the way to the left. Keep holding on to that strap, pulling the leg up, and you turn your head to the right. You want the spine straight here as well. Breathe. Last breath. And slowly bring your leg back up. Allow your hips on the floor and then take the leg out. Realign your body if it needs to. And you're gonna hook in the left hand. Left foot. Left hand. Left hand is gonna be holding onto the strap, or you can have both for the start. Make sure that you're relaxing those hands and you're not tightening into your shoulders. So try reaching through the heel, elongating through the back leg, back of the leg. And then gently keep pulling it towards your face or towards the back of the room. Your leg can be straight too if you like, whatever works better. And we will allow gently in your next exhale, let the leg fall to the left, keeping the other hip on the floor, so don't tilt. Keep the hip down. Allow the leg to go on its own. You still want to reach through the heel like someone's pulling you towards the side of your body. Pulling. And then slowly in your next exhale, bring the leg back in. This time we're going to switch up hands. So the right hand's going to be holding onto the strap. You're still reaching through the heel, pulling it up and across. Don't let the other hip lift. Feel the stretch, breathe, relax. Take last 3 breaths. You can pull that leg towards you again and across if you can, a little bit more. And slowly bending into your right knee. And allow the whole body to come to the right while you're looking to the left. You're still pulling the strap up towards your face. Reaching through the heel. Last breath. And then slowly bring the leg back in. Release the foot. And place the strap on the side. Taking a moment here. I'll give you a few options for the next move. So I want to go into a shoulder stand, but it's not for everybody. So if you want to do something less intense than a shoulder stand, you can use your block or book and place it underneath your hips. And then you just simply let the legs come on. Hands can be on your side, or if you would like, you can place them above your head. You can also go against the wall, where you're resting on top of your heel are resting on wall, or on a couch or chair, whatever you have nearby. If you're coming with me into a shoulder stand, you're gonna bring the legs up. Hands are by your body, and you're gonna push yourself into that shoulder stand. Breathe. Last breath. And then slowly, if you are in a shoulder stand, slowly allow the legs to go behind you. Not too far, you don't have to touch the floor. Hands come to the floor. And you slowly, with control, roll down to the floor. Now going lower, slow. Relax. If you have your block underneath you, please take it out. And then straighten your legs out. So all of us are on the mat again. We're gonna bring our hands underneath our hips. Straighten those legs out. Elbows are touching the floor. And I want you to push into your elbows and lift your chest up into a fish pose. So the crown of your head is touching the floor. And again, if this is not comfortable, you can just go into Shavasana. And then last breath. And then you slowly release that. Take your hands out and just relax. So this is your time to relax again in Shavasana. So do whatever you feel comfortable with. If you want to do a little bit more of a hip opening, you can keep the block underneath your hips and just straighten the legs out. Stretches through the front of your hips. Can be comfortable. You can have your knees bent, supported bridge, or just simply on the floor, whatever works for you. I want you to close your eyes and just noticing your breath. Maybe it has changed. It's a little bit faster. Maybe you can try to slow it down by taking longer exhales. Allow yourself to just not think for a moment. Let go of all your thoughts. And just count your breath. Or pay the attention to the sensation that you feel through your nose as you inhale and exhale. Allow your body to just grow heavy. And you can stay here as long as you like. But if you need to go back to work, I want you to take all your blocks out of your way. And slowly turn to your right side and come up to seated at your own pace. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon, sharing your time with me. Hope you're all doing great. The weather should be getting better, so let's maybe do next video outside. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you all. Any questions, comments, please do let me know on this side here.